Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
Good afternoon and welcome to our coverage of high school baseball on KBOA AM 1540, WGCQ 98.7, and KCRV FM 105.1 as the Portageville Bulldogs play host to the Kennett Indians at Portageville. Bulldogs out on their field taking their warm-ups as we're set to get the first pitch underway at 4:30 this afternoon. Our title sponsors for our broadcast include NEA Baptist Hospital, Baker Implement Company, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Our Kennett broadcast sponsors, Glen Sane Motors, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, Southern Bank, the Kennett Board of Public Works, First State Community Bank, Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, FM Bank, Patterson's Auto Sales, Ultimate Fitness, Family Counseling Center, and by Bentley Farms. Our Portageville broadcast sponsors this afternoon include the City of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Greenpoint Ag of Portageville, the Bank of Missouri, and by the Portageville School District. Good afternoon. Good to have you along. High school baseball gets underway again this week, and we'll look at these two teams a little closer, Portageville and Kennett. Kennett coming off a victory over Holcomb, as they had a busy week of baseball last week, but I don't know if you could say anyone was busier than the Portageville Bulldogs were, as they played in that Malden Invitational, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Coach Tyler Trover saying his ball club really stretched thin because of that tournament. They played 4 games in 2 days, and that a little more than what Kennett had is Kennett had a rained-out game on Monday, and then that ball game was made up on Wednesday. Kennett played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then 2 games on Friday. So also Kennett's schedule very busy last week. We'll take a pregame break. Be back with more as we get set for first pitch, scheduled at 4:30 this afternoon. This is high school baseball on KTMO, KCRV, and 98.7 WGCQ, AM 1540, KBOA.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Perry Jones back at Portageville as the Indians take their infield and outfield practice, scheduled 4:30 first pitch here from Portageville. One of our great broadcast sponsors, a new broadcast sponsor, is Family Counseling Center, FCC, as we appreciate their support of our broadcast. Their behavioral health organization is a private, non-profit behavioral health organization, and they also have the FCC Primary Care Clinic. And it's there to keep you healthy with preventive medicine, screenings, and education based on patient-centered care. FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors, as we come to you from Portageville this afternoon. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown as we look at the schedules of these two teams. And I mentioned what a busy schedule that Portageville has had as they played in that Malden Invitational. That went the 11th and 12th, but before that, they were inactive in action against Van Buren. They lost to Van Buren 12-2 in that one. Then they went to the Malden Invitational and won 11-0 over Neelyville. They knocked off Bernie 8-2, and then they had an 8-inning affair with East Prairie before knocking off East Prairie 4-3, and then falling to Scott City 8-0. Now, the Bulldogs will face the Kennett Indians here at home this afternoon, and then they'll have tomorrow they'll have a very important game against Twin Rivers at Twin Rivers, as that a district ball game scheduled to start at 4:30 tomorrow. So that's a look at the Portageville schedule. Did have some good news, though, as, we're just right around the corner. It'll be here before you know it, May 3rd through the 6th, the Boot Hill Conference Tournament. The Boot Hill Conference Tournament has been scheduled to be played now at Malden. So Malden will be the host team of the Boot Hill Conference Tournament, and we'll try to have coverage from that tournament. But good news from the Class 3 District 1 tournament will be held right here at Portageville. Hey, I've got good news. Kennett fans as well. We'll tell you about that Class 4 District 1 tournament location when our pregame show from Portageville continues right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Springtime and tournament season are here at the Kennett Country Club. Don't miss your chance to play in the biggest event of the year, the three-man tournament coming up on May 3rd and 4th. Then it's the Mixed Pairs Tournament on May 17th and 18th. These fill up fast. Get your team entered today. Check out their brand new lineup of golf apparel from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Good times, great golf at the Kennett Country Club.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Kennett continues to take their infield and outfield practice before we get this one underway. Bentley Farms, one of our great Kennett broadcast sponsors, Wes and Chantel Bentley, big Kennett Indian baseball fans. They have Bentley Farms up in Dudley, Missouri. They have 3 boys that will be involved with Kennett Indian sports coming up. Gabe in the 8th grade, and Gaines in kindergarten, and Gatlin starting preschool. So a lot of Bentleys coming up through the chains. And that's what we see from both of these teams. Just traditionally, players continue to come up through the ranks and start playing at a varsity level. For the Kennett Indians, several players seeing their first varsity action this year. And a young ball club for Coach Aaron New with a couple of 3 experienced seniors that have seen a lot of playing time on the varsity level scattered in there. I mentioned the Class 4 District 1. Kennett will be hosting that tournament this year. So great news. We don't have to go on the road. Remember last year that heartbreaking loss that we had up at Dexter. Well, we'll be hosting the Class 4 District 1, and that's great news. We're going to take another pregame break. When we come back, we're going to check the starting lineups. Portageville and Kennett from Portageville right after this.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it. and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Head coaches and the umpires meeting here at Portageville, exchanging lineup cards and going over the ground rules. Coach Tyler Trover at the helm of the Portageville Bulldogs, and Coach Aaron New, head coach of the Kennett Indians. Here's the way the Indians will bat in the top of the first inning. Hayden Gilmore, the senior, will lead things off. Hayden doing the pitching this afternoon, gets the start against Portageville. Crafton Binkard, the freshman, will be at bat second and play center field. Cash Franklin will be at third base and batting third for the Indians. Caden Pruitt, the DH, will hit cleanup. Caleb Duncan moves to the 5 spot this afternoon. Caleb, as usual, doing the catching for the Indians. Owen Williams will hit 6th and play first base. Zane Franklin in left field bats 7th for the Indians. Jackson Patterson at second base this afternoon, and Cade Anderson will bat 9th and play shortstop. Colton Neville will be in the field defensively for the Indians in right field. Here's the way the Bulldogs of Portageville and Coach Tyler Trover's team will take to the field and come to the plate. Jaquan Bogan, he'll lead things off and play third base in the field. Xavier Bogan will bat second and play shortstop. Houston Parton at second base bats third for the Bulldogs, and Owen Roberts, the first baseman, hits cleanup for Portageville. Braden Jeffries is the catcher and bats 5th. Ryland Parton in center field will bat 6th for the Bulldogs. Tanner Hopgood in left field will bat 7th. Eli Wheeler is the DH and batting 8th. Max Warren bats 9th and plays right field. Drew Maddox will be doing the pitching for Portageville this afternoon. Drew Maddox getting the start, and Coach Trover said Drew's going to go in there and doesn't have a ton of varsity experience, but the youngster has some pretty good stuff, and he gets the start here. Of course, Portageville's pitching fairly thin. Kennett with a couple of home games coming up, one on Wednesday against Sykeston, a SEMO Conference matchup, and then against Cape Central on Thursday. So this game against Portageville, and then home games on Wednesday and Thursday, first against Sykeston and then Cape Central. And the senior, Hayden Gilmore, getting the start. Drew Maddox getting the start for Portageville. We'll take another pregame break, and we'll have first pitch as we get set for action from Portageville right after this.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors who make our high school baseball coverage possible, those that follow the Indians all year and those that'll be along for our Portageville broadcast this season. Here's the way KCRV's broadcast schedule shapes up. Of course, we have this one, Portageville taking on Kennett at Portageville next Thursday, or on Thursday of this week. It'll be Holcomb at South Pemiscot. Paul Glass will have the call of that one. Then Friday, Caruthersville at South Pim will be the Friday game. Then next Tuesday, Portageville will go to Caruthersville. That'll be the next Bulldogs broadcast action as Portageville at Caruthersville next Tuesday. Next Thursday, Caruthersville at Holcomb before a busy weekend at 3 games on Saturday. Cooter at South Pim, Zenith Hornersville at South Pim, and then Cooter against Zenith Hornersville at South Pim. That all on Saturday, the 26th of next week, not this week, next week, as the Portageville pitcher takes his warm-up tosses, Drew Maddox. We're about ready to get things underway. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They have the great modern workout equipment, 24-hour access. You can work out on your own schedule. Great membership plans available. Give them a call, 573-888-9000. You can find out all of the information. The right-hander, Drew Maddox, finishes his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get things underway this afternoon for Portageville. A few scattered clouds drifting over. Had sunny skies most of the day. Let's keep our fingers crossed we don't have raindrops come in this afternoon. If so, we'll have to protect our equipment while all of that happens. And if not, we won't have any more baseball for you this year. So we'll try to keep the equipment dry if it does happen to rain. Here's Hayden Gilmore. Great start to the season. Hayden is batting just shy of 500 batting average on the season. He had been moved to this leadoff spot, and he has been a great spark for the Indians in that position. Left-handed batter are facing Drew Maddox, the right-handed pitcher, and the first pitch to Hayden headed home. A little bit outside, ball 1, and we're underway from Portageville. Hopgood in left, Ryland Parton in center, and Warren in right field defensively. For Portageville, the 1-0 pitch headed home to Gilmore. This one's high, ball 2 to Hayden. 2-0, Gilmore ahead in the count. You could imagine playing 4 baseball games in 2 days at that Malden Invitational. That would really stretch your pitching. Now the 2-0 pitch to Gilmore. This one's a little bit inside, ball 3. Gilmore trying to reach to start this ball game this afternoon. As usual, we're getting started just a few minutes early. The 3-0 pitch to Gilmore. There's a strike right in there from Drew Maddox. Big game for Portageville tomorrow. District matchup at Twin Rivers. Twin Rivers, we saw their team. Pretty good ball club. The 3-1 to Gilmore is on the outside corner. A called strike, and the count goes full to Hayden. Now the 3-2 pitch to Gilmore, headed home. High and outside, ball 4. Good at bat by the Kennett senior, so Gilmore goes down to first base. And here's Crafton Binkert. Crafton, another left-handed hitter, steps to the plate. Crafton with good speed. He's only a freshman, getting some great experience. Cash Franklin in the on-deck circle now for Kennett. Gilmore takes his lead at first. Showing bunt. The bunt is right out in front of the mound. Picked up by the pitcher, and Binkert will beat it out at first. As Maddox, by the time he picked it up, I told you Binkert could run, and he beats it out for an infield hit. Wasn't bobbled or anything. It was intended to be a sacrifice bunt, but by the time Maddox came about halfway to home plate and threw it down to second, everybody was safe. Down at second base now is Hayden Gilmore, and here's Cash Franklin. Cash takes the first pitch high, ball one. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle for Kennett. One-zero pitch headed home. Cash Franklin. High and inside, and they're going to say no swing on the play. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Franklin. 2-0, nobody out for Kennett here in the top of the first inning. Now the 2-0 pitch is high, ball 3, 3-0. Wind has calmed down a little bit, but we do have clouds in the area. 2-0, nobody out. The 3-0 pitch outside corner is a called strike to Cash Franklin. Now they'll turn Cash loose. Find ones he likes here. 3-1 pitch. Headed home to Franklin. Outside corner is called strike 2. Maddox working back from being behind to the batter. 3-0 has made the count full 3-2 with a couple of strikes. Franklin back in the box. Runners take their lead. The 3-2 pitch hit to left field, right at the left fielder, but it's over his head. Hopgood looked up, and the ball just kept carrying, goes over his head. Kennett scores a run, and down to second with a double is Cash Franklin. That ball just kept carrying out to left field. Hopgood, I thought he had a bead on it. Hayden Gilmore scores. Kennett goes up 1-0, and now runners at second and third. And Caden Pruitt will hit. Still nobody out here in the first. Kennett with a couple of more runners in scoring position. Maddox will step off. Now Maddox is ready. Caden Pruitt in the box, awaits the pitch. Breaking ball a little bit low, ball 1. Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Kennett up 1-0, top of the first inning. Maddox with the next pitch, swing and a miss, evens the count 1-1. Runner at third is Binkard. Cash Franklin, the runner at second for the Indians. 1-1, the count on Caden Pruitt. Drew Maddox, the breaking ball in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher, Jeffries, to keep the runners where they are at second and third. Outfield straight away for Portageville. Infield back up the middle. They're going to try to get an out here if the ball's put in play. Next pitch headed home. A little bit high, ball 3, 3-1. Two on, nobody out. The 3-1 count to Caden Pruitt. Pitch to Caden. High ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Indians. Caleb Duncan, the Kennett senior, will come to the plate. First, Coach Tyler Trover will make a trip out to the mound and visit with his young pitcher, Drew Maddox. Patterson's Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors on Highway 412, right near the fairgrounds entrance in Kennett. Well, they have great looking vehicles at Patterson Auto Sales. Go see Trenton Patterson. He's worked for all the large dealerships, and he knows the tricks of the trade and how to save you money. So if you're looking for that truck, that SUV, that dependable car, they got them at Patterson's Auto Sales on Highway 412, right near the fairgrounds entrance in Kennett. Coach Trover breaks up the meeting on the mound with the rest of his infield. Now Caleb Duncan will come to the plate for Kennett. Bases loaded, nobody out, 1 run in for Kennett so far here in the inning, and threatening for more. Owen Williams in the on-deck circle. Drew Maddox with the pitch. And this one's hit up the middle, and it's going to get into center field for a base hit. Just a hard ground ball right up the middle. So 1 run will score as Parton gets it back in quickly. And Kennett goes up in this one. 2-0. Base is still loaded for the Indians. Here's Owen Williams coming to the plate. Right-handed hitting first baseman for the Indians. Bats with a closed stance. The first pitch from Maddox. Breaking ball is a beauty in there, called strike 1. Zane Franklin in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Now the infield in at the corners. They're at double play depth up the middle. Williams awaits the next pitch. Here it comes. High. Ball 1. 1-1 to count. Portageville goes to Twin Rivers tomorrow. A big district game for the Bulldogs. Kennett with a day off tomorrow. Back in action against Sykeston at home on Wednesday. Outside is a ball and another good stop by Jeffries, the catcher. The count 2-1 on Owen Williams. Xavion Bogan at double play depth along with Parton up the middle. Outside corner evens the count 2-2 with a good fastball. Owen will try to protect here as he moves up a little bit closer to home plate. Bases loaded, nobody out, and a 2-2 count on Williams. Pitch to Owen. Hit to right center field. There's nobody there. It's going to get down. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run around third. Coming to the plate. Now they're going to throw down to second. Owen's going to scoot in. And coming in alert base running is Caleb Duncan. Kennett scores 3 on the double by Owen Williams to right center field. Just the opposite way as the ball came back in. Franklin scored. Pruitt scored. Then Caleb Duncan also came in to score on that last play. Kennett jumps out to a 5-0 lead. Now a runner at second base for the Indians. And still nobody out. Here's Zane Franklin. Zane shows bunt and takes it high, ball 1. Roberts at first comes rushing in as they show bunt. Skeeter-Kill Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Appreciate their support of our broadcast. Skeeter-Kill Sporting Goods. High is ball 2, 2-0. Top of the first, 5 runs in for the Indians. Still nobody out. Runner down at second base is Owen Williams. Zane Franklin at the plate. Zane takes it a little bit low. Ball 3, 3-0. As much as Coach Trover's pitching staff has been stretched thin after playing the 4 games over the weekend at the Malden Invitational. Trying to get out of this first inning, and there's ball 4 inside. Almost hit Zane Franklin. So now runners at first and second. Here's Jackson Patterson. Coach Trover's going out to the mound, so we're going to have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new Portageville pitcher when we come back to Portageville right after this.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors congratulate the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another winning season. Superintendent of Schools Michael Allred, Board President Micah Roan, Vice President Jared Warren, Secretary Michael Prince, Treasurer Ronnie G. Adams, and members Patty Johnson, Chad Bradley, and Ronnie K. Adams are proud to recognize this year's team. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, students, and fans of the Portageville School District.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
It's all about connections. Who you work with matters. Who you trust. And the people who trust you. We're all part of something greater. Because when you succeed, we all do. We're a part of a community. We understand that everything you do matters, and we're all connected. The Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Roddy Walker, Alderman Christine Adams, Chris Hollingshead, Mike Cook Jr., Gary Falk, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees who send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
The new pitcher, Houston Parton, takes his warm-ups. Houston was in the field at second base. Coming in to play second base will be Mason Edker for Portageville. Kennett with runners at first and second. Nobody out, and 5 runs across the plate here in the top of the first inning. Kennett, so far this season, been getting off to slow starts in most ball games. Hayden Gilmore has to be loving the start here. The 5-run lead that his team has given him and threatening for more here in the first. Jackson Patterson comes to the plate for the Indians. Right-handed hitter. Jackson. Nice job last week. Made a Sports Center play at second base, going back up the middle, and diving, getting up and throwing to first, threw out the base runner. Owen Williams at second, Zane Franklin at first. And Houston Parton, the pitcher, with a couple of words with his catcher, Jeffries. Now they're ready to go. Long look at the plate. Houston Parton with the first pitch. Showing bunt, taking ball 1 outside is Patterson. Kennett trying to move the runners along with Patterson. Cade Anderson in the on-deck circle. Third baseman, Jaquan Bogan, still about even with the bag down the third baseline. Creeping in is Roberts at first. Next pitch to Patterson. It's low, goes back to the backstop, and that'll move the runners up, and it's 2-0 on Jackson Patterson. Okay, so Owen Roberts is the pitcher. I'm sorry, I'll get that corrected. So Owen Roberts is now doing the pitching. Okay, so Houston Parton went to first base, so that's the changes. Next pitch headed home. Here's a fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Next pitch outside, ball 3, 3-1. So Owen Roberts comes in from first base, and he's doing the pitching. So that's the defensive changes so far for Portageville after they make the pitching change. The 3-1 pitch. Low and outside, and Kennett with the bases loaded. Still nobody out. Number 9 hitter coming to the plate here in the inning is Cade Anderson. Wayne Chiropractic, one of our great broadcast sponsors, accepting new patients. They accept Missouri Medicaid, DOT physicals. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hack there by Cade Anderson. He fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. Cade is ready. So is Owen Roberts, as they change the signs a bit as the catcher, Jeffrey, stands up and flashes through the signs. The pitch a little bit high to Anderson. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Bases loaded, nobody down. 5 runs in for the Indians. In the top of the first. Anderson takes this one a little bit high. Ball 2. 2-1. Owen Roberts. The pitch, a little bit outside, ball 3-1. Anderson can be selective here with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Head in the count, 3-1. Three-one pitch. High ball 4. Bases loaded walk, and Kennett will add to their lead, 6-0, and Hayden Gilmore will come to the plate. Hayden drew a walk to start all of this action in the top of the first. Outfield plays Gilmore straight away. Infield would give up a run if they can turn 2 up the middle. Pitch to Hayden is high, ball 1. As much as Portageville would like to win this game, they certainly would rather win that district game tomorrow. So foul ball down the first baseline. Evens the count, 1-1. Not to say that Portageville's giving up, because they haven't even been to the plate. They're a good hitting ball club, but that big important game for Portageville will be at Twin Rivers tomorrow. For Kennett, conference games on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Next pitch to Gilmore. Hayden hits it right back up the middle. Could be 2. Out at second for 1. The relay will not be made, and that'll get a run across the plate. Hayden puts it in play, and first out of the inning on the fielder's choice. Edgar to Bogan. Franklin scores. Patterson moves up to second base. Here's Owen Roberts. Here's a line drive to second, caught, and they'll throw back to first base and get the double play. Edgar making a couple of plays, and Portageville gets out of this one. But Kennett scores 7 runs, top of the first, and Portageville's turn when we come back to the ballpark right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Hayden Gilmore takes his warm-up tosses as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Jaquan Bogan, Xavion Bogan, and Houston Parton, first 3 hitters. Owen Roberts, the cleanup hitter, followed by Braden Jeffries and Rylan Parton. Then Tanner Hopgood, Eli Wheeler, and Max Warren, the batting order for the Bulldogs. Kennett leads this one 7-0. Without a doubt, Hayden hadn't been spotted this kind of lead so far this season. Picked up a couple of wins last week on the mound, getting the final out. The ball game that Cade Anderson pitched the distance other than that final out. And then Hayden getting the start, getting the victory, the following day. Here's Jaquan Bogan for the Bulldogs, facing Kennett lefty, and a swing and miss, strike one from Hayden Gilmore. Next pitch, hit right back up the middle. That was a rocket that went right by Gilmore into center field. Line drive. And the leadoff man is on. For the Bulldogs, now Xavion Bogan comes to the plate. Coach Trover going through the signs down in the third base coach's box. Gilmore checks the runner at first. The pitch at the knees, a called strike. Leadoff single. Jaquan Bogan right back up the middle. Now Xavion Bogan. I'll throw to first. Runner back safely. Gilmore's next pitch to the plate, a little bit low and outside with a breaking ball. One ball, one strike to count on Xavion Bogan. This pitch a little bit outside, ball two, 2-1. Hayden Gilmore checks the runner. Next pitch to the plate. Inside, ball three, 3-1. Portageville surrendered 7 runs in the top half of the first. Now their offense trying to get those back. Bottom half of the first. Leadoff single, and now a 3-1 count. And a ground ball to third. Franklin gets it, throws to second for one. The relay to first is in time for the double play. Franklin to Patterson to Owen Williams. The twin killing. 2 down now for Portageville. And the base is empty. Houston Parton will come to the plate. Houston bats from the right side. It takes a strike at the knees from Gilmore. Hayden with the curveball stays up in the zone. Ball one, 1-1 the count. Harris Pharmacy, one of our great broadcast sponsors, your locally owned pharmacy on First Street in Kennett. MedSync refill reminders from Hayden, or from Harris Pharmacy, as Hayden Gilmore misses low for ball two, 2-1 the count. They have free delivery also in the Kennett city limits. See Darren Harris and his great staff at Harris Pharmacy. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Good tailing fastball away from Parton. From the lefty, Hayden Gilmore, in the count 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Leadoff single by Jaquan Bogan, then a double play. Inside is ball 3. Up a little, just a little bit inside. The count goes full to Houston Parton. This ball is low, and Parton reaches with a walk. Cleanup hitter, Owen Roberts will bat. Owen, now the pitcher for the Bulldogs, having to come in that first inning. Runner takes his lead at first. The first pitch on the inside corner to Owen Roberts is a called strike. Houston Parton down at first base for the Bulldogs. 2 down in the inning. Next pitch headed home inside. This ball 1-1 the count. Owen Roberts. Braden Jeffries in the on-deck circle, the catcher, if Owen can keep things going here. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss by Roberts, and it's 1-2. Gilmore with 1-2. He'll throw to first instead. Parton slides back in there safely. Houston back on his feet and takes his lead. 1-2 the count. Owen Roberts. A curveball and a swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Portageville strands a runner. Bottom half the first inning. Leadoff hit by Bogan, then a double play, and Kennett gets out of it without any damage done. We'll go to the second. Kennett bats, leading this one 7-0.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Owen Roberts finishes his warm-up tosses for the Bulldogs. Owen coming in relief in that first inning. Got all 3 outs in the inning, but not before Kennett scored 7. Kraft and Binkard lined into a double play. Edgar, the second baseman, throwing over to first to double off the runner, and now to be Cash Franklin leading off the second for the Indians. Good to have you along. Our high school coverage on KCRV. Several Portageville games all season long as we have coverage at Portageville, also with Holcomb, Caruthersville, South Bend, Cooters, Zenith, Hornersville. Our rotation of teams for our KCRV coverage. And, of course, we have all the Kennett Indian games for you as well on the KTMO streaming platforms today and also on the KCRV platforms as well. Cash Franklin doubled on a ball over the left fielder's head. His first at bat takes a strike from Owen Roberts, and we're underway here in the second. Caden Pruitt, Caleb Duncan scheduled up in the inning for the Indians. Next pitch to Franklin. Ball low. 1-1 the count. 5 o'clock here at Portageville. Our broadcast of KCRV FM Caruthersville. AM 1540 KBOA. Kennett 98.7 WGCQ. Hayti Kennett. Ball 2 is outside. 2-1 the count. On 3 radio stations, the KTMO streaming platforms. We're on the KCRV streaming platforms this afternoon. Now the 2-1 pitch to Cash Franklin. Cash hits under this one, out to left field. Hopgood looks up in the clouds here at Portageville and makes the play for out number 1. One down here in the second inning for Kennett, and that brings up Owen Roberts. Or Caden Pruitt facing Owen Roberts. Caden, he walked his first at bat. Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle. Now Roberts, the right-hander, with a pitch to Pruitt. Outside, ball 1. I'm sure Kennett will watch the pitch count on Hayden Gilmore. They'll want him working either Wednesday or Thursday of this week as well. In the SEMO conference games, ball 2 is high. Pitching should be in decent order for those midweek games, depending on how many they have to use today. Next pitch headed home is low, ball 3. 3-0 now the count to Caden Pruitt. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the second inning. FM Bank, full-service bank, locally owned, where decisions are made locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. Here's a strike called. 3-1 the count now on Caden Pruitt. Roberts with the pitch. This one's hit high to left field. Going back, the left fielder, Hopgood. No problem there. Route number 2, hit pretty well by Caden Pruitt, but left fielder handles the first 2. Kennett hitters with fly ball putouts in left field. Now base is empty. Here's Owen Roberts facing Caleb Duncan. Caleb, a big hit for the Indians. His first time up as he singled on a ground ball. Back up the middle. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Duncan. Roberts gets the sign. Next pitch to Duncan. Caleb pops it up to left field. Hopgood going for 3 in a row. Calls and makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Indians retired. Top of the second. We'll go to bottom of the second. Bulldogs bat when we return right after this.
Springtime and tournament season are here at the Kennett Country Club. Don't miss your chance to play in the biggest event of the year, the 3-man tournament coming up on May 3rd and 4th. Then it's the Mixed Pairs Tournament on May 17th and 18th. These fill up fast. Get your team entered today. Check out their brand new lineup of golf apparel from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Good times, great golf at the Kennett Country Club.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
FCC Family Counseling Center, one of our great new sponsors of Kennett Indian Baseball. They have their behavioral health facility, a private non-profit behavioral health organization. They also have that FCC Primary Care Clinic. It's there to keep you healthy with preventative medicine, screenings, and education based on patient-centered care. FCC, one of our broadcast sponsors. Caleb Duncan with the gear on, back behind the plate, and he's going to throw it down to second. It'll be Braden Jeffries, Rylan Parton, and Tanner Hopgood due up for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the second inning. Bentley Farms, another one of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian Baseball. Wes and Chantel Bentley, big Kennett Indian baseball fans. We appreciate their support of our broadcast, have for several years. Duncan goes over and retrieves one of the baseballs. 3 youngsters in the Bentley family coming up through the ranks. The oldest, Gabe, on that 8th grade team, and high hopes for that 7th and 8th grade bunch for the Kennett Indians. Jeffries at the plate. Gilmore's first pitch fouled straight back. Backstop camera survives, and that's strike 1. Overcast skies at Portageville. The wind's calmed down from what it was earlier in the day. Pitch is outside. 1-1 the count to Braden Jeffries. Outside, ball 2 from Hayden Gilmore. This pitch, inside, ball 3. 3-1 to Jeffries, leading off the inning. Portageville catcher stands back in. Ball 4 is low. Leadoff base runner for Portageville as Jeffries draws the walk. Here's Rylan Parton. Bulldog center fielder, left-handed hitter. Good speed as he steps in the batter's box. Kennett leading this one 7-0. Leadoff man on. That's Jeffries at first base. Rylan in the box is ready to go. First pitch from the Kennett lefty. Fouled down toward the Kennett dugout. Strike one. Zane Franklin in left. Crafton Binkert in center. Colton Neville defensively in right field for the Indians. Jeffries takes his lead. Owen Williams holds him on at first. This pitch outside corner is called strike two. Good pitch from Hayden Gilmore there. Now the 0-2 pitch headed home. Swing and a miss and a good high fastball. Out number one in the inning as Parton goes down swinging. Now Tanner Hopgood, the left fielder. Tanner a busy top half of the first. He retired all three Kennett hitters. Fly balls out to left field. The runner at first is Jeffries. Leadoff walk. Takes his lead. First pitch on the inside corner called strike one. From Hayden Gilmore. Middle infielders, Anderson and Patterson at double play depth. Fouled straight back to the screen. The count goes to 0-2 on Tanner Hopgood. Wheeler, the DH in the on-deck circle for Portageville. Gilmore gets the sign, checks the runner at first, and the pitch, a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, and now Portageville with Jeffries still at first and two down in the inning. And Eli Wheeler, the DH, right-handed hitter, will come to the plate. Gilmore's pitch, foul down toward the Portageville dugout. Getting out of the way of that one was Warren. That's strike one. Now the 0-1 pitch headed home with two down and a runner at first. Fouled back to the screen. Now the count 0-2 on Eli Wheeler. Gilmore, 30 pitches, 2 outs here in the second inning. So his pitch count much lower than some of his earlier starts here this season. Trying to get out of this second, head in the count, 0-2. Pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Hayden Gilmore retires the Bulldogs, striking out the next three batters after allowing the base runner. Portageville comes up empty in the second. We will go to the third. Indians will send Owen Williams, Zane Franklin, and Jackson Patterson to the plate when we return to Portageville right after this.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Top of the third we go. Kennett leads 7-0. Owen Roberts, the right-hander, starts his third inning of work. Only 21 pitches through 2 innings for Owen Roberts. It'll be Owen against Owen. Owen Williams leading things off. Kennett first baseman, followed by Zane Franklin and Jackson Patterson. Cade Anderson, if anyone can reach for the Indians. Owen Roberts with his last warm-up pitch, and Jeffries with the throw down to second. We're ready to go to this top of the third inning. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They have that modern workout equipment, 24-hour access where you can work out on your own schedule. Great membership plans available. You can give them a call, 573-888-9000, or go by their facility and check it all out. Ultimate Fitness, we appreciate their sponsorship. Owen Williams 1 for 1 as he stands in. Doubled on the line drive to center field, and he fouls the first one back out of play, strike one. No game tomorrow for Kennett. And we're at home against Sykeston on Wednesday. 0-1 the count to Owen Williams from Owen Roberts. Swing and a miss, and Owen Williams in the hole, 0-2. Bulldog outfield straight away. Infield at regular depth. 2 strikes on Owen Williams. Owen Roberts with the 0-2, headed home. Ground ball foul. Coach Aaron New. Coach New gets an error on that play. He makes the tough ones. You hit it hard at him, he'll catch it. 0-2 the count to Owen Williams. Roberts has done a good job in relief coming in for the Bulldogs. The pitch hit toward the second baseman. Edker drops it, picks it up bare hand, and will throw to first in time for out number 1. That's the advantage of keeping that ball in front of you. As Edker mishandled it for a bit, and then Owen Williams thrown out at first. So 1 down here in the inning. Here's Zane Franklin. Zane drew a walk his first at bat. First pitch to Zane. It's hit on a line, back up the middle, and it's going to get in the center field. 1 out, hit by Zane Franklin. Just got it right off the end of the bat, but the line drive just passed Bogan into center field. There's Jackson Patterson. Jackson Patterson walked his first at bat. Now facing Owen Roberts. Outside and low, ball 1 to Patterson. Zane Franklin, the base runner at first, takes his lead. Pretty good lead at first by Zane. This pitch fouls straight back to the screen. And the count 1-1 to Patterson. Our trusty backstop camera hanging in there so far. It's taken some foul balls. I had to straighten out one of the mounting brackets today. Next pitch with the runner going is outside to throw down to second, and in there safely with a stolen base. Good strong throw by Jeffries, but stealing the base was Zane Franklin. Got a good jump on that one. The pitch was a ball. So now Franklin down at second with a stolen base. But it was close down there. Bang, bang play. Now Patterson can drive in. Another run for the Indians with a hit. Jackson takes an off-speed pitch inside corner, and the count goes even 2-2. Owen Roberts checks Franklin at second. The pitch, low and outside, ball 3. Cade Anderson in the on-deck circle for the Indians. Three-two pitch to Jackson Patterson. Jackson puts it in play, back up the middle. Only play will be at first. A high throw, and they'll tag Patterson out for out number 2. Xavion Bogan. A high throw, but Parton goes up and gets it and makes the tag. Franklin moves up to third base on the play. He's there with 2 outs, and here's Cade Anderson. Cade walked his first at bat. High ball 1 from Owen Roberts. Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle for Kennett. One 0 pitch to Anderson. Cade pops it up down the right side and over near the fence and off the fence. The ball goes. It's Houston Parton over there giving it a look, but just ran out of real estate. 1-1 the count, down to Cade Anderson. Zane Franklin at third base for the Indians. A hit, a stolen base, and then moved up on a ground ball to the shortstop. 1-1 the count to Anderson with 2 down. Cade takes a strike. Now 1-2 the count to Anderson. Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle. If Anderson can reach, the Kennett sophomore. Owen Roberts, the 1-2. Fouled toward the Portageville dugout. Boy, that went right by a couple of the coaches. Coach Tyler Trover, one of those. Everybody okay over there in the dugout. Count remains 1-2 to Cade Anderson. Cade swings and misses this one. They'll have to throw down to first base. Cade hustling, and a throw in time. That'll do it for the Indians, as they'll strand a runner at third and come up empty in the top of the third. Portageville bats bottom half of the inning, trailing Kennett 7-0.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Max Warren will lead things off for the Bulldogs. Jaquan Bogan and Xavion Bogan due up here in the third. And the first pitch high and deep to left field. Zane Franklin is back, looks up, and this one's going to go off the wall. The runner will stop at first. Max Warren hit it high and deep, almost got out of here to left field. So he hit the first ball he saw, but that's just a long single. Franklin went back and played it well, so back to the top of the order. Jaquan Bogan comes to the plate. Bogan singled to start the bottom half of the first inning. We'll take the first pitch from Hayden Gilmore, low, ball 1. Warren flirted with a home run. That was about halfway up on the fence and left. This ball is popped up on the infield back toward us. Coming back, the catcher, good job by Caleb Duncan to get that one as it was drifting back in play, and the little pop fly and the batter out behind home plate. Warren will stay at first. Not an easy play. It was back over me for just a moment and then started fading back over into play. Now Xavion Bogan at the plate. He grounded into a double play. Let's see. Hit it to Anderson, or to Franklin at third, who started the twin killing. Warren, the base runner at first, started the inning with a long single off the fence in left field. The 1-0 pitch from Gilmore. This one's hit out into right field. Going back is the Kennett right fielder, makes the play, and that's Colton Nebel. And there's 2 down in the inning. Back to first will be Warren. Now Houston Parton, first baseman for the Bulldogs, coming to the plate. Houston walked his first plate appearance. Gilmore checks the runner at first. First pitch, a little bit inside, ball 1. This pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0 the count. That was one of those Hayden Gilmore grunting fastballs when he turns it loose. Warren, the base runner at first, takes his lead. 2-0 the count to Houston Parton. There's a guess that was a little high. 3-0. Didn't miss by much in the top of the zone. Next pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. I believe the count is 3-1 now on Houston Parton. Runner at first, 2 down. Warren started us off with a single here in the bottom of the third. Now the 3-1 pitch to Parton, fouled back to the screen. The count goes full, 3-2. Runner at first will be off. Warren with the pitch. Parton's ready. They'll throw to first and runner back in there safely. Gilmore was trying to get Warren to be leaning the other way as he was going to be off with the pitch, but nothing doing over there as he was back in safely. 3-2 the count to Parton. High is ball 4. Runners now at first and second for the Bulldogs. Their cleanup hitter, Owen Roberts, will come to the plate. Bulldogs trying to make some noise with 2 outs here in the third. Owen struck out his first plate appearance against Hayden Gilmore. Kennett up 7-0. All runs coming in the top of the first inning. Oh, and this one hits Owen Roberts, and the base is loaded. That one will leave a mark. Braden Jeffries, the catcher, will take off the shin guards and come up to the plate. Bases loaded for Portageville, and 2 outs here in the inning. Let me update my online scoreboard for all of you folks watching our video stream today. Almost every baseball game we do, we'll have well over 2,000 viewers, and sometimes up in the 5,000 or 6,000 range. A lot of people tuning in to our baseball coverage this year. Gilmore steps off, and now Jeffries is ready. Bases loaded and 2 down for the Bulldogs here in the third. And they'll throw back to second. The pickoff throw, though, is high, and that's going to let the first run score. Runner trying to go to third, and the throw coming in there, not in time. So an error on the pickoff play, and the first run will come in to score. So Warren comes in on the error. Parton goes up to third base on the error, and here Coach Aaron New will go out to the mound and visit with his ball club. Portageville gets the first run of the ball game. Pitch count for Gilmore, 43. They will be watching Hayden's pitch count. More than likely, they're going to try to get him back for Thursday's ball game against Cape Central. Sykeston will be at home on Wednesday, so they'll continue to watch his pitch count. Coach New going over the plays defensively, defensive plays for his ball club. Roberts at first. Parton is at third base now for Portageville. They get their first run here in the bottom of the third inning. And Jeffries at the plate, trying to keep things going with 2 down for the Bulldogs. Gilmore looks in, the first pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Inside, ball 2. 14 pitches here in the inning for Gilmore. Facing the number 5 hitter. The runners at the corners and 2 down. Braden Jeffries. Pitches low, ball 3. 3-0. Now the 3-0 pitch is way high and the bases are loaded. Hayden kind of lost his control here in this inning. His pitch count had been low. 16 pitches in the inning, and now the base is loaded for Ryland Parton. Left-handed hitting center fielder. Courtesy runner coming on for the catcher Jeffries down at first. Ryland, a strikeout victim, his first plate appearance against Gilmore. This one's fouled back to the screen, strike 1. 7-1 Kennett. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Portageville, though, with the bases loaded. 2 down. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Swing and a miss. A good fastball, and Parton took a rip at it. Now the count 0-2. Ryland back in the box. Hayden Gilmore, the Kennett senior, throwing his 50th pitch of the ball game. Headed home, and a swing and a miss will do it. Parton strikes out. The base is loaded for the Bulldogs, but they get a run. Pull a little closer, 7-1. Kennett leads as they come to bat, top of the 4th, when we return to Portageville right after this.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors congratulate the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another winning season. Superintendent of Schools Michael Allred, Board President Micah Roan, Vice President Jared Warren, Secretary Michael Prince, Treasurer Ronnie G. Adams, and members Patty Johnson, Chad Bradley, and Ronnie K. Adams are proud to recognize this year's team. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, students, and fans of the Portageville School District.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
New pitcher for Portageville, Tavion Bogan. Tavion coming off the bench and taking his warm-up tosses for the Bulldogs. Defensively, Roberts will go back to first base and Parton back to second base for Portageville. And Bogan enters in a fielding position for the DH. Wheeler in the ball game. For Kennett, top of the order coming up, Hayden Gilmore, Crafton Binkert, and Cash Franklin. Caden Pruitt, if anyone can reach, 7-1. Indians with a lead. Tavion Bogan. Skeeterkill Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors for over 60 years, been providing top quality sporting goods to the region. Clothes, shoes, sports equipment, uniforms, they do it all. See Roger and Chris and all the crew at Skeeterkill. When you think sports, think Skeeterkill in Kennett. Gilmore comes to the plate. He's walked and grounded into a fielder's choice so far in the ball game. Jeffries, a quick chat with Tavion Bogan, his pitcher. Now we're ready to go here at the top of the 4th inning. Gilmore is ready. Tavion, first pitch headed home. Curveball is a beauty on the outside corner, called strike 1. Jaquan Bogan in on the grass at third, protecting against the bunt with Gilmore. Now the 0-1 pitch to Hayden. This one's hit on the ground, back up the middle into center field for a leadoff single off the bat of Gilmore. Just got by the pitcher, Bogan. Then it'll get in the center field. Leadoff base runner for the Indians. Here's Crafton Binkard. Crafton 1 for 2. He had a bunt single back in that big first inning for the Indians. They'll be watching for the bunt here. Jaquan Bogan again in on the grass at third. Owen Roberts holding the runner on at first, and Binkard will pop it out in the shallow center field. Center fielder comes on, dives, and makes the play. What a catch, Rylan Parton in center field. Well, Rylan really closed on that one quickly, and that's 1 out in the inning. Cash Franklin now to the plate. Cash is 1 for 2 on the day. Hayden Gilmore still at first, 1 out in the inning. The pitch to Cash, a breaking ball, called strike 1. Cash doubled his first at bat, out to left field, popped out to left his second at bat. Just got under that pitch in the second inning, ball 1 inside. Infield looking for 2 for the Bulldogs up the middle. Xavion Bogan. Parton at second base. Rylan Parton in center field making a nice play on Binkard for the first out. This pitch to Cash fouled off. The count now 0-2 on Franklin. Coach New going through the signs down in the third base coach's box. Kennett up 7-1. So we play with 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Hayden Gilmore with a leadoff single at first. Franklin grounds at second. Could be 2. Out at second for 1. The relay to first. In time, double play. Second double play of the ball game for the Bulldogs. So that'll end the threat. In the top of the 4th for the Indians. Bulldogs bat bottom of the 4th. Trailing Kennett 4-1 when we return to Portageville.
It's all about connections. Who you work with matters. Who you trust. And the people who trust you. We're all part of something greater. Because when you succeed, we all do. We're a part of a community. We understand that everything you do matters. And we're all connected. The Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Rodney Walker, Alderman Christine Adams, Chris Hollingshead, Mike Cook Jr., Gary Falk, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees who send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads, and I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glenn Sane, and God bless our troops.
Bottom of the fourth we go. Tanner Hopgood will lead things off, followed by Eli Wheeler and then Max Warren. Throw down to second base by Caleb Duncan, and Hayden Gilmore ready to start his fourth inning of work. 50 pitches through 3 innings. Tanner Hopgood, the left fielder, steps in. Tanner, a strikeout victim. His first appearance facing Hayden Gilmore. Strike in there at the knees. We're underway here in the bottom of the fourth. Kennett leads 7-1. The 0-1. A little bit inside. 1-1 the count to Hopgood. Next pitch. Outside corner is a called strike 2. Gilmore painted that outside corner. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1 is Hopgood. Couldn't catch up with a Hayden Gilmore fastball. 1 down. Leadoff batter retired. Now Eli Wheeler will hit. Portageville DH, right-handed hitter, facing Hayden Gilmore. Outside corner is a strike. Eli Wheeler. Portageville, a big ball game at Twin Rivers tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. District matchup. Ball 1 is high to Wheeler. 4 games, the Malden Invitational for Portageville, and they're pitching stretched thin here, and they'll put their focus on that ball game at Twin Rivers tomorrow. I know that. Ball 2 is high, 2-1. Got to try to win those district games. Getting a high seed in those games, really crucial. 2-2 now the count. If you missed it earlier, Portageville will be hosting the Class 3 District 1. That'll be good news for the Portageville fans. Swing and a miss by Wheeler. He'll go down on strikes. Gilmore struck out the first 2 batters he faces here in the fourth, and now Max Warren will bat. Max got a hit against Gilmore his first time up as he hit one about halfway up on the fence out in left field. We just lost our signal, so folks, hang with me, and I'll try to get connected back up here as soon as possible. That one, first pitch misses outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss, evens the count, 1-1. Once again, we lost our signal. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Nobody on, and 1-1 the count to Max Warren. Ball 2 is high. 2-1 the count to Warren. Leadoff hitter, Jaquan Bogan in the on-deck circle. Next pitch. Ball 3, 3-1. I'll take a quick break between batters, and I'll try to reset the camera here after this at bat. And that's ball 4. So let's take a 30-second break. Let me see if I can get the camera going. Back after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Well, the runner at first is Warren, who drew a walk, and now Jaquan Bogan with a 1-ball, no strike count. First 2 batters going down via the strikeout. Gilmore trying to get out number 3, facing the leadoff hitter, and it's 2-0 to Jaquan Bogan. Jaquan a hit to start the ball game. A line drive right back up the middle that went by Hayden Gilmore and into center field. Now the 2-0 pitch. This one's hit high in the air. Out in the shallow left field. Long run. Can anyone get there? And the shortstop, Cade Anderson, with what a play over toward the line. Cade went a long, long way, and that robs Jaquan Bogan. Portageville strands a runner in the fourth. Kennett bats in the fifth, and the Indians up 7-1.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Farm Credit Services, both in Kennett and Portageville offices, helping sponsor our broadcast of high school sports. Throw goes down to second. Caden Pruitt, Caleb Duncan, and Owen Williams will face Tavion Bogan. Tavion came in, pitched a full inning, and only threw 7 pitches. Very efficient. That's what Coach Trover needs from his pitching staff. Pruitt leads things off. Caden walked his first time up, then flied out to Hopgood and left his second plate appearance. Now facing Bogan. And a curveball from Bogan is low, ball 1. 7-1 Kennett as we play here in the top of the 5th inning. Wayne Chiropractic, one of our great broadcast sponsors on St. Francis Street in Kennett. Go by and see them. Next pitch headed home to Pruitt. He hits it back up the middle, fielded at second. The throw to first in time. Good play by Parton to Roberts for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Ground ball out. Houston Parton, good job going back up to the middle for that one. Don't suffer from those aches and pains. See Dr. Chancellor Wayne. Wayne Chiropractic, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of each week. First pitch headed to the plate is a called strike to Caleb Duncan. Seven runs in the first for Kennett. Portageville got a run in that 3rd inning. Caleb takes this one low. Scoreboard says 2-0, but I thought the first pitch was a strike. Nonetheless, 1 down, nobody on for the Bulldogs, or for the Indians. Caleb takes this one on the inside corner. I have 1 and 2 as the count. Scoreboard has 2 and 1, so we'll see. The 1-2 pitch from Bogan to Duncan. A swing and a miss. And that will be a strikeout. So it was 2 strikes on Duncan. Nasty curveball from Bogan. Bogan's pitch count has been amazingly low. 13 pitches, and he's pitched an inning and 2/3 so far. Owen Williams 1 for 2. Bats with 2 outs. Nobody on. Another breaking ball from Tavion Bogan. This one's low, ball 1. Zane Franklin in the on-deck circle if Owen can reach safely. He doubled on a line drive to right center field, his first at bat, that big first inning. This ball is low, ball 2, 2-0. Harris Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy at 1224 First Street in Kennett. They have the MedSync, refill reminders, handy drive-through window, free delivery in the Kennett city limits. See Darren Harris and his great staff at Harris Pharmacy. We appreciate their sponsorship of our broadcast. This one sails right over Owen Williams' head for ball 3. 2 outs, nobody on for the Indians, top of the 5th inning. The 3-0 pitch to Owen Williams. Here's a strike at the knees. Pretty good crowd from Kennett here at the ballpark this afternoon in Portageville. Good Portageville crowd as well. Lots of folks listening and watching our broadcast along the way. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now the count on Owen Williams. Might have got a piece of that one. FM Bank, a full-service bank, locally owned right there, where they make all of their decisions locally, personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC, the 3-2 to Owen Williams, and Owen hits it hard at third. Fielded there by Jaquan across the diamond in time. 1-2-3 Indians retired in the 5th. Bulldogs come to bat, bottom half of the inning, trailing Kennett 7-1.
Springtime and tournament season are here at the Kennett Country Club. Don't miss your chance to play in the biggest event of the year, the 3-man tournament coming up on May 3rd and 4th. Then it's the Mixed Pairs Tournament on May 17th and 18th. These fill up fast. Get your team entered today. Check out their brand new lineup of golf apparel from FootJoy, Greg Norman, Bogey Brothers, and Pins and Aces. Good times, great golf at the Kennett Country Club.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Bottom of the 5th we go, 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Due up for Portageville, Xavion Bogan, followed by Houston Parton, then Owen Roberts. Gilmore's first pitch grounded in the hole, and that's going to get in the left field. Xavion Bogan with a base hit to start off this bottom of the 5th. It's right between Cash Franklin and Kate Anderson. Leadoff single. And coming up now, Houston Parton. Coach Trover going through the signs. Houston, so far this afternoon, has drew a couple of walks. Outside is ball 1 to Parton. We play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Leadoff runner on for Portageville. Kennett leading 7-1. Next pitch. High ball 2 from Hayden Gilmore. Hayden's pitch count now at 70 pitches in the ballgame. Kennett would love a double play here. Portageville would like to put some hits back to back and make this one a little closer. Outside corner is a called strike. 2-1 to Houston Parton. Kennett hosts Sykeston on Wednesday. Portageville on the road at Twin Rivers tomorrow in baseball action. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and Parton now even at the count, 2-2. Bogan, pretty good lead at first base, the 2-2. Time is called as Parton asked for time, granted by the home plate umpire. Houston with a deep breath steps back in the box. He's ready to go. Xavion Bogan takes his lead at first base. The 2-2 pitch from Hayden Gilmore. Little bit low. Ball 3. Didn't miss by much. Just a little bit low in the count, full on Houston Parton. Xavier Bogan again with a good lead at first. The 3-2 pitch. Bogan goes, and this ball hit in the air out to left field. Going back is Franklin. Now Franklin will call for it and make the catch. Bogan returns to first, and there's one out in the inning. Houston Parton just got under it. Flies out to left field. Bogan back at first base, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Owen Roberts. Owen has struck out and been hit by a pitch so far in the ball game. He'll put this one on the ground at third. Out at second for one. The relay to first. A double play gets the Indians out of the inning. Hit hard by Owen Roberts, but Cash Franklin was there to turn the second Kennett double play of the ball game. And we will go to the sixth. Kennett comes to bat when we return to Portageville, leading this one 7-1.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Top of the sixth we go. Kennett will send Zane Franklin, Jackson Patterson, and Cade Anderson to the plate. Tavion Bogan, 19 pitches through 2 innings. His pitch count has been super low. He's kept the Indians off stride after coming into the ball game. Mixing up the speed. Getting a breaking ball over in the ball game. Bogan, 2 innings pitched. Given up 1 hit so far, no runs in the ball game. He struck out 1, but he's done exactly what Coach Trover needed him to do coming into the ball game. Throw goes down to second. We're ready for action here in the top of the sixth. And Zane Franklin, 1 for 1 on the afternoon, starts things off for the Indians. Zane singled on a line drive, back up the middle, his first at bat. All Kennett runs coming in that first inning. Portageville's run coming in the third. Zane takes ball 1 low from Tavion Bogan. Field is in excellent condition here at Portageville. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside ball 2. You might have seen pictures of the ballpark flooded. It wasn't the baseball field that was flooded. It was the softball field on closer to the school out to the east. Coach Trover said the baseball field did not get underwater during the floods. Here's a strike, 2-1 the count. Zane Franklin leading off the top of the sixth for the Indians. The 2-1 to Zane. Hits it towards short. Backhanded over there. Xavier Bogan, the long throw, not in time. And Zane Franklin with an infield hit. Good play by Xavier, but Zane way too much speed for the shortstop to throw him out at first base. So a leadoff base runner for the Indians. And Jackson Patterson will hit. Jackson's walked, and he's grounded out to Xavier Bogan. So far in the ball game, Patterson shows bunt and takes the first pitch, a curveball high, ball 1. That brings in Jaquan Bogan from third. Owen Roberts holding the runner on at first base for Portageville. Kennett trying to get a little insurance here, up 7-0, but no runs after that first inning. This bunt by Patterson is foul down the third baseline. And the count now 1-1 on Jackson Patterson. Zane Franklin back to first base. Zane had a stolen base earlier in the ballgame. Pretty good speed for the big 6'4" sophomore as he takes his lead. Now the 1-1 to Jackson Patterson. Jackson swings and misses. They'll throw back to first, and just in there safely is Zane Franklin. Good thing he's 6'4". He wouldn't have made it back to the bag, those long arms. Just in there in time. Now 1-2 to Patterson. Franklin takes his lead. Nobody out in the inning. Jackson hits it on the ground. High hopper to short. Short hop. Xavion throws across in time, and just in time to retire Patterson. Racing down the first baseline. The runner will move up to second base on the play. Xavion Bogan, a nice job that time. One out in the inning, and that brings up Cade Anderson for Kennett. Cade has walked and struck out in the ballgame. Tavion Bogan's first pitch is low and in the dirt, ball one. Owen Roberts in at third. Case Anderson tries to lay down a bunt. Anderson with good speed and a good bunter if they do try to move the runner up to third, but normally that's not the play. Ball two is low and inside with one out. Now 2-0 the count to Anderson. Tavion Bogan. Portageville right-hander checks Zane Franklin at second. 2-0 pitch. Low, ball three, 3-0. Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Anderson will take one here for the team. Ahead 3-0 with a runner at second and only one down in the inning. The pitch on the inside corner, a called strike. 3-1 the count to Cade. Kennett sophomore. He made a heck of a defensive play on a pop fly down the left field line. Good as you'll see anywhere, at any level. Now the 3-1 pitch to Cade Anderson. Cade takes a curveball low, gets away from the catcher, and Zane will move up to third base on ball four. As Jeffries was trying to get around the home plate umpire to go back and get it, but Franklin will move to third. Now at first base is Anderson. Still just one out in the inning, and we're at the top of the order, and Hayden Gilmore. Hayden started things off with a walk in the ball game, grounded into a fielder's choice, and singled to center his last at bat. One out here in the sixth. Kennett leading 7-1, looking for more. Portageville's already turned a couple of double plays in the ballgame, as well as Kennett turning a couple of double plays. Ball one outside to Gilmore from Tavion Bogan. 6 o'clock, our broadcast on KCRV FM 105.1 Caruthersville, KBOA AM 1540 Kennett, and 98.7 WGCQ FM Hayti Kennett. Ball two is a curveball, and it's 2-0 to Gilmore. Zane Franklin, the runner at third. Kate Anderson, the runner at first for Kennett. 2-0. Gilmore ahead in the count at the plate. Hayden takes it low, ball 3. 3-0. Portageville may be content not to give Hayden anything to hit here. Take their chances with the bases loaded. Trying to get their third double play of the ball game. Anderson at first takes his lead. 3-0 the count. The pitch to Gilmore. Hayden smokes it to right field for a base hit. That one was up in the zone, and Hayden turned on it. RBI single to right with a line drive. Warren gets it in quickly. Franklin scores on the play. Now 8-1 our score. Kennett with the lead. Runners at first and second. Here's Crafton Binkard. Crafton a bunt single in the ball game. He's lined into a double play and flied out to center. See if Crafton can keep the line moving. Roberts in at third, protecting against the bunt. The pitch grounded right back up the middle, and the throw to third for one. The throw to first is not in time for the double play. Nice job by Bogan throwing to third to Jaquan Bogan. Then Jaquan's relay across the diamond was not in time. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Cash Franklin. Gilmore down to second base. Binkard at first base for the Indians. 1 run in, and Kennett looking for more. Cash is 1 for 3 on the day. Takes ball 1 high. Owen Roberts playing behind Binkard at first base with 2 down. The 1-0 pitch to Cash Franklin. Strike in there, off-speed pitch to Cash. Evens the count 1-1. 8-1 Kennett. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. One and one, the count to Franklin. Cash hits it to center field. Should be handled there by Parton, who goes back on it and has to reach up and make the catch for out number 3. Kennett gets a run and Strand 2 in the inning. 8-1 Kennett as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Bulldogs bat when we return to Portageville right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Top of the 6th, or bottom of the 6th we go, correction, as Portageville comes to bat, and it will be Braden Jeffries, catcher, leading things off. Rylan Parton and Tanner Hopgood due up, facing Hayden Gilmore, who starts his 6th inning of work, and ball 1 is out of the zone from Gilmore. Hayden with This pitch is in there for a strike. This ball hit on the ground towards second. Patterson gets it and throws to first for the out. First batter retired here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ryland Parton, center fielder for the Bulldogs. Left-handed hitter. He has had a tough task facing the lefty Hayden Gilmore. Never would be a pleasant task facing Hayden Gilmore, but if you're a left-handed hitter, that is especially the case. The first pitch outside corner is a called strike. 0-1. Gilmore's 0-1 pitch. On the fist, hit out toward Patterson. Jackson scoops and throws to first for out number 2. First 2 Bulldogs retired, bottom of the 6th inning, and Tanner Hopgood will hit. Couple of strikeouts in the ball game for Tanner facing Hayden Gilmore. Outside, ball 1 from Gilmore to Tanner Hopgood. Ball popped up, going to get out of play, back over the backstop. One ball, one strike to count to Hopgood. Ground ball down to first. It's foul. Touched by Owen Williams. And the count 1-2 to Tanner Hopgood. Gilmore's pitch count. I have it at 83 pitches so far in the ball game with 2 outs here in the 6th. 1-2 the count to Hopgood. Curveball is outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Gilmore with a 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3, and the count goes full to Hopgood. Wheeler, the DH in the on-deck circle for Portageville. Our next Bulldog broadcast will be on the 22nd of April as Portageville goes on the road to Caruthersville. Coach Trover called Caruthersville a very good ball club this year. Here's a ground ball hit to Franklin at third. Cash up over and in time for the out. 1-2-3. Go the Bulldogs in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Kennett bats leading this one 8-1.
Greenpoint Ag is game ready to evaluate and supply your specific agronomic needs, helping you score touchdowns all season long. Your premier provider throughout the South. We're farmer owned and locally focused. We are Greenpoint Ag. For more information, contact your local Portageville Greenpoint Ag.
Good luck to the Portageville Bulldogs from Rob Barham and the staff at Greenpoint Ag on State Highway T in Portageville. Call 573-379-3816.
The Portageville School District Administration and Board of Directors congratulate the members, coaches, and staff of the Portageville Bulldogs in working to make this another winning season. Superintendent of Schools Michael Allred, Board President Micah Roan, Vice President Jared Warren, Secretary Michael Prince, Treasurer Ronnie G. Adams, and members Patty Johnson, Chad Bradley, and Ronnie K. Adams are proud to recognize this year's team. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the administration, faculty, staff, students, and fans of the Portageville School District.
Stop. There's no need to pay full retail price when you need a replacement part for your vehicle. One visit to Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Highway 61 North in Portageville will save you money. Serving the area for over 60 years, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage specializes in domestic auto and small truck parts. You'll always get quality service and parts at Delta Auto Parts and Salvage with local delivery and nationwide shipping available. Plus, you can search for your part right from their website, deltaautoparts.com. Before you pay full retail price, call Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, 800-392-0506.
Top of the 7th we go, and a pitching change for Portageville as Houston Parton, the right-hander, will come on and start pitching. There's Bogans all around the infield now as Jaquan is at third. Xavier Bogan at short. And Tavion Bogan at second. Owen Roberts, the only non-Bogan on the infield, at first base defensively. Houston Parton, the pitcher. Braden Jeffries, the catcher, throws it down to second. Here we go. Top of the 7th. Caden Pruitt, Caleb Duncan, Owen Williams due up for the Indians. Zane Franklin, if anyone can reach, 8-1 Kennett. Here at Portageville. KCRV baseball and our regular coverage of Kennett Indian baseball. We're combining the two this afternoon. We'll do the same with South Pim coming up. We did the same with Holcomb last week. Ball a little bit low to Caden Pruitt from Houston Parton. So he starts his first inning of work. Hard-throwing right-handed pitcher for Portageville. Check swing. Watch out. Rifles over the fence to the right side. Everybody's safe. 1-1 the count to Caden Pruitt. Twin Rivers, the Portageville opponent tomorrow. Big district matchup. Inside is ball 2. This is kind of like a bullpen session for Houston Parton as he'll get a little bit of work here this afternoon. Hopefully not too much work for Coach Trover here in the 7th inning. This pitch low and in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-1 to Caden Pruitt, leading things off for the Indians in the top of the 7th inning. There's a strike. Makes the count full, 3-2. Good to visit with Coach Trover. Got here early today, setting up. Ground ball foul. Down the third baseline. And the count remains 3-2. Can it clean up hitter Caden Pruitt? Pops this one out in the right field. Warren is over, makes the catch. There's out number 1 in the top of the 7th. Caleb Duncan will hit. Caleb 1 for 3 on the afternoon. His first at bat, a big single to center field. Breaking pitch in there for a strike from Parton. Owen Williams in the on-deck circle for the Indians. Kennett up 8-1. We're in the top of the 7th. 1 down, nobody on. Duncan takes it low. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. Kennett will be in action Wednesday. And the Indian opponent will be the SEMO Conference foe Sykeston Bulldogs coming to town. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken a little bit low. Ball 2. 2-1. Houston Parton out of the windup. The 2-1 pitch to Caleb Duncan. This one's low. Ball 3. 3-1. Seven in the first for Kennett. That's the big inning in this ball game. Kennett added a run in the 6th. Portageville with 1 in the 3rd. A little line drive is going to get out into right field. Picked up there. Good play by the second baseman. Bogan going over deep in the hole. Shallow left, but Duncan hustling it out with a hit. Kind of got it off the fist, but just enough to get it out in the shallow right field. Bogan picks it up and tried to throw out the base runner, but Duncan too speedy for that. Now Owen Williams will hit. Owen 1 for 3 this afternoon. Doubled on a line drive to right center field. Couple of ground outs after that big double in that first inning. High is ball one, a fastball from Parton. Caleb Duncan, the base runner at first, 8-1. Kennett with a lead. Parton with a throw to first, and Caleb back in there safely, head first. Owen Williams awaits the pitch, but a throw back to first, and Caleb this time standing up back into the bag. Outside corner is a called strike. 1-1 the count. Caleb was dancing off the bag like he might have had thoughts of going on that pitch, but went back to the base. Parton, a pretty good move over to first. He'll check Duncan. 1-1 the count to Owen Williams. They'll throw back over there, and Caleb's picked off this time. Got him in a rundown. They'll throw to second. Now Bogan will tag him out. So Duncan picked off. And there was that good move by Houston Parton. It's Caleb a little bit too far off the bag. Now 2 outs in the inning, nobody on, and Owen Williams with a 1-2 count at the plate. Caleb Duncan with a single, but Parton will pick him off. Now the 1-2 pitch to Owen Williams. High, ball 2, 2-2 the count. Portageville will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 7th when they come to the plate. 2-2 the count to Williams. Houston Parton. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, now it's 2-2. Correction. Good high fastball from Parton. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and nobody on for Kennett here in the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the Indians. We will go to the 7th. Portageville comes to bat, trailing Kennett 8-1.
It's all about connections. Who you work with matters, who you trust, and the people who trust you. We're all part of something greater. Because when you succeed, we all do. We're a part of a community. We understand that everything you do matters, and we're all connected. The Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well.
The city of Portageville extends congratulations to the Portageville Bulldogs on another fine year. You represent our school and community in a very positive manner and have contributed to making this year's team one of the best ever to wear the blue and white. On behalf of the city of Portageville, Mayor Rodney Walker, Alderman Christine Adams, Chris Hollingshead, Mike Cook Jr., Gary Falk, City Clerk Rachel Rather, and all city employees who send their very best wishes. Good luck, Bulldogs, from the city of Portageville.
Thanks to all of our broadcast sponsors who've made our coverage possible of this high school matchup between Kennett and Portageville. Hayden Gilmore will be back on the hill for the Indians, trying to close this one out. He has an 8-1 lead. Eli Wheeler will lead things off, followed by Max Warren, and then top of the order, Jaquan Bogan. Actually, batting now is Taquan Bogan on a swing and a miss, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two, as Gilmore pumps a couple of fastballs in there. Tavion Bogan came into the ball game, did a great job pitching. Now on the batting order, hits it out to left field. Zane Franklin will call and make the catch for out number one. Bogan flies out to left. There's one down in the Portageville half of the 7th inning. Max Warren, the right fielder, will hit. Max is 1 for 1 this afternoon. Portageville needing base runners against Gilmore. And a swing and a miss, strike one. Been a pleasant day at the ballpark. The wind calmed down. Overcast skies. Swing and a miss. Good high fastball. And Warren behind in the count, 0-2. Jaquan Bogan in the on-deck circle, top of the order for the Bulldogs. Gilmore grunts and misses high with the fastball. 90 pitches for Hayden. And the count 1-2 on Warren. This one's popped up. It's going to get over the backstop. And the count remains 1-2. Max Warren. The pitch. Max swings and misses. Now 2 down. And the last hope for the Bulldogs as they go to the top of the order, Jaquan Bogan. Jaquan started the ball game. Bottom half of the first with a single on a line drive to center field. He's 1 for 3 this afternoon, facing Hayden Gilmore. Kennett leads 8-1. Hayden's first pitch to the leadoff hitter, a curveball, is a strike at the knees. Hayden, next pitch, breaking ball is low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Xavier Bogan in the on-deck circle for Portageville. Gilmore trying to go the distance in this one. Here's a line drive over Franklin's head into left field. A 2-out single by Jaquan Bogan. Well hit ball on the line drive. Cash about 6 inches short to grab that one. So Bogan, the base runner at first. Now Xavier Bogan will come to the plate. Xavier is 1 for 3 also this afternoon for the Bulldogs. Trailing 8-1. They need a lot of batters to come to the plate here in the inning. Curveball is high and outside. Ball 1 from Gilmore, trying to go the distance. Pick up the victory here against Portageville. 2-out base runner. Jaquan Bogan at first. Swing and a miss and a good fastball. Bogan comes up empty. And the count now 1-1. 2 down, runner at first for Portageville. We're in the bottom of the 7th. This pitch a little bit high, and Bogan holds up ball 2. 2-1 the count. Three one as Gilmore misses with a fastball. He is getting just about to the end of his leash, as I saw Coach Aaron New turn and walk back in the dugout. 3-1. See if he can come back and retire Bogan here. The pitch fouled back to the screen, and we'll go to 3-2. This will probably be Hayden's last pitch of the ball game. Trying to go the distance, pick up the victory. Kennett up 8-1, 3-2 the count. Runner at first will be off with 2 outs. The pitch fouled out of play, and we'll do it all over again. Xavier hangs in there tough. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Gilmore checks the runner at first. The 3-2 pitch, low, ball 4. Runner takes off. They're going to say he went around. They do. So he went around, and that's going to be a strikeout. So a swing and a miss. They tag the runner, and that's going to do it. Kennett wins this one by a final of 8-1. We'll take a break, come back, check the final scoring in this ball game when we return to Portageville right after this.
You all hear me tell the stories on our Glen St. ads. And I enjoy people coming to me and referring to certain stories. Some of these stories go way back. We will continue to tell stories, mention our troops, and telling our customers how much our families appreciate their business. Our people always look forward to seeing you. We want you to enjoy your visit. Best price, best service. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
I don't know. I would have to go back through it. Total in the ball game, let me see. Shows Portageville walked 6 batters in the ball game. Back at the ballpark, Kennett wins it 8-1. That big first inning, the difference in this ball game. 7 runs in the first for Kennett. Portageville scored a run in the third. And Kennett added 1 more in the 6th, and that was it for the scoring. Other than that big 7 runs in the top of the first, that was the difference in the ball game, and Kennett wins it as Hayden Gilmore went the distance for the Indians. Let's look at the box score first. 8 runs on 9 hits for Kennett. Kennett committed an error in the ball game. For Portageville, 1 run on 4 hits, and Portageville did not commit any errors in the ball game. Looking at the pitching numbers, Hayden Gilmore pitched 7 innings, 4 hits, just allowed the 1 run. He walked 5 and struck out 9 in the ball game. So Gilmore gets the victory. And for the Bulldogs, their starting pitcher, Drew Maddox, will take the loss as he started the ball game, gave up 4 hits, 7 runs, and that questioned 3 walks in the first inning allowed, and that really turned things over. And then Parton came into the ball game in relief. Bogan did a very good job coming into the ball game in relief, and also a very good job by Owen Roberts for Portageville to put out the fire. But Kennett, with that 7-run first inning, was the difference in the ball game, and Kennett wins it, a final of 8-1. Thanks to all of our sponsors who made our broadcast possible this afternoon from Portageville. The Bulldogs will be on the road tomorrow. They will go to Twin Rivers, a big district matchup for Portageville tomorrow. Kennett Indians have Tuesday off, but they will be in action against Sykeston on Wednesday and then Cape Central on Thursday, both of those games at Kennett. One more little nugget to pass along to you for Portageville fans and Kennett fans. If you're looking for the district location, Kennett will be hosting the Class 4 District 1, and Portageville will be hosting the Class 3 District 1. So both of these teams today will get to host a district tournament. Thanks to Tad Jones, our video coordinator, putting all of our video broadcasts together for both KCRV and our Kennett broadcast on the KTMO streaming platforms. That gets the audio back to the station where Monty Lyons gets it on our appropriate radio stations. And we appreciate Monty's work, but couldn't do it without our great sponsors. Once again, 8-1, our final score, as this has been high school baseball coverage on KBOA AM 1540, WGCQ 98.7 FM, and KCRV FM 105.1. As the Kennett Indians win it 8-1 over Portageville. Our title sponsors for the broadcast include NEA Baptist Hospital, Baker Implement Company, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Our Kennett broadcast sponsors are Glensane Motors, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, Southern Bank, the Kennett Board of Public Works, First State Community Bank, Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, FM Bank, Patterson's Auto Sales, Ultimate Fitness, Family Counseling Center, and by Bentley Farms. Our Portageville broadcast sponsors include the City of Portageville, Delta Auto Parts and Salvage, Greenpoint Ag of Portageville, the Bank of Missouri, and by the Portageville School District. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. This has been a broadcast production of Pollock Broadcasting Company.